Hello. Some of you may know that I have been keeping track of my Wildlife Trust 30 Days Wild activities this year in little notebooks. I'm going to give you a quick update on what I've been up to in this past week, and I'm going to remind myself of what I've been doing by going through my latest notebook. So I'm on notebook number 2. I've kept to the same format as before. I've got a date at the top of the page, and somewhere on the page I'll have noted down where I was when I completed the activity and the time of day. Everything else is entirely up to me. It doesn't follow a set pattern. I just draw, sketch, make notes, paint, whatever I would like to do on that particular day. So let's have a quick flick through this booklet. You will find links to the activities on our web pages and curricular links as well, and suggestions for other activities. On this particular day, I did some cloud spotting. I did it 2 ways. I looked at the cloud and tried to work out what the shape reminded me of. In this case, a bird with its wings spread out. I tried to identify the type of cloud, and I thought that particular one was cirrostratus. On this day, I went for a walk in my bare feet around the garden, and I made a note of the adjectives or the describing words to remind me of how it felt beneath my feet. I drew a fairly silly picture of a hedgehog to remind me that I'd been out feeding the hedgehogs at the hedgehog feeding station. I collected some colours. I went outside to look at colours rather than objects, and I used my little paint box to try and mix the colours I could see. So I'm trying to match. I made a nature table, and I'll come back to that in just a moment. I went for a walk in the rain, and on the first day of that particular week, I didn't actually manage to complete an activity. So that page is simply a squiggle. I was disappointed that I didn't complete something that day, but I did continue, and I've kept my book going to the end. So if you don't manage an activity every day, don't worry about it. Just go back outside the following day and continue on. I said I would show you a little bit more about my nature tray. This is what I've been collecting over the last week or so. I have a tray with a sheet of paper on top. I've been looking out for interesting objects while I've been out walking, and I've collected them onto the tray. I've added some notes and labels by writing on the paper, and I'll keep these objects for a few days. I'll study them. I might get a hand lens out. I might look up information on the objects I've found on the internet, and I'll enjoy them for a few days before returning them to the places I found them. The most interesting objects, I think, at the moment, are the flint that I found in my driveway amongst the gravel, and this fossilised seashell that was in the driveway. So the seashell is many thousands of years old, and I'm going to try and work out what creature it would have belonged to and possibly how old it is. So quite a mixture of things this week. And as I said, you will find links to resources and ideas for your own activities on our web pages. Have fun.